So the Nordlys device is a sophisticated platform that integrates lots of different technologies. There's an intense pulse light portion of the device with lots of handpieces that can treat very light skin with vascular lesions all the way to hair removal in very dark skin. If you look at it as a standalone device, particularly in a smaller practice, it's just getting started. It offers most of what you do in dermatology. So by the nature of its application range, again, everything from fractional, non-ablative, to YAG, and everything in between.
The Nordlys Frax 1550 handpiece is a great handpiece. It actually has no consumable and it has a built-in cooler as well. And so I've used it for hundreds of patients and found that the results are phenomenal.
What the Nordlys engineers have done is incorporated filtration that is so precise for red and brown spots that there's very little wasted energy that's deposited as heat. So that's the reason that the active cooling is not such a prerequisite with this device as it might be for other competitive technologies. It has a very sophisticated interface which allows you to either go into expert mode or regular mode, and it has an application-driven menu. Nordlys allows you, for example, if somebody comes in with rosacea, you pick the skin type, the amount of tanning, and it chooses the handpiece for you, and then it gives you recommended settings. The settings are a little bit lower than maybe you'd want them to be, but that's a good place to start. And then you look for endpoints, and you can proceed effortlessly with the procedure. And the interface is a critical part of this device, being able to put patient data in, being able to have application-driven menus that are reliable and well-constructed.
The very first IPL I learned on was the Nordlys, and what I love about it is that it's more laser-like. You know, there's a lot of great IPLs, and I think an IPL is a staple for any practice to have and any company to have. One of the reasons I think the Nordlys has a safety profile is because their cutoff filter is around 900. Their targets are tight, so they're really targeting the oxyhemoglobins, the red colors, they're really targeting the melanin, the brown, and then they get out, so you're not depositing a lot of unneeded heat into the skin, which can result in untoward results.
The Nordlys device enjoys an enviable safety profile despite the fact that it doesn't have active cooling. Now, some people will say you need active cooling to have a viable intense pulse light device in an area where people have a slight tan. And there's no doubt that cooling is always good, but this device is sophisticated enough with the wavelength selection and the filtration that it's optimized for vessels and pigments so well that a lot of the light that some competitive IPLs have is not emitted by the Nordlys device. So it really optimizes the spectrum so that you get maximal fluence that's directed toward the lesion. So selectivity trumps cooling if the selectivity is so good.
This is a great device because the safety profile is excellent. It has a very low fluence, and therefore you actually have less risk burning the skin. I've used it for 4 years. The device is easy to turn on and to navigate. It's low maintenance, and it is very easy to type in and dial in all the settings. And so I would say that for someone who's looking for a workhorse device in their practice, this is an excellent one. With the Nordlys device, you get excellent results. So it depends where you're trying to treat. So for example, if you're treating sun-damaged skin, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, the spots that you treat become darker and they start to fade. And the patients love it because they can come in during the lunchtime or during the break time, get the treatment done, and go back to their lives. And I have found that most patients value that in today's world.
I'd recommend the Nordlys device for a colleague for many reasons. Number one, it's reliable. Number two, the interface is very easy and intuitive. Number three, it offers a large range of applications. Again, anything from leg veins to redness in a very light-skinned patient. So the range of applications, durability, reliability. Also, what I didn't mention is ergonomic simplicity. The handpieces are relatively light for an IPL handpiece. Also, it's a very small footprint. It rolls on 4 wheels. You can turn it very quickly. It has a place to put gel. It has a place to put things like goggles on the device itself, which lots of its competitors lack.
I think there's such a range of different treatments you can treat with the Nordlys. It makes it a wonderful first purchase if you're just starting out in laser.
It really does maybe 80 or 90% of what a typical cosmetic dermatologist might do in a practice. So that's what Nordlys covers. It really covers a large breadth of what we do in dermatology every day.